Now time to focus on a resource that I think we've all lent a lot on, especially over the last couple of years, and they're about to blow the roof off now with a brand new offering. Uber Eats has broadened their offerings into, get this, grocery, yes, so we know they're going to add another staple, convenience, alcohol, specialty goods, pet supplies, flowers, and a whole lot more. Now we've got Sakira Ali Mabusela from Uber Eats and Rue de Toy from the convenience store titled Willy Wonka to tell us more about the expansion of this offering. Sakira, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. I mean, I'm getting to know the broader Uber family and how you guys roll, and I'm loving it. So we're talking pharmacy, convenience, a lot of unconventional areas in this space.
Yeah.
Why make the move, and what can we expect? What's new on the shelves?
Awesome. So I think we think of ourselves as a virtual mall, right?
I love
if you think
that,
about the mall, you've got the food court, which we started with. And then you've got the clothing section, you've got the book section, retail, pet food, everything, right? So the future of Uber is actually just becoming a virtual mall within an app in your pocket. And we're moving it more and more towards getting smaller retailers, I mean, like Rue, coming onto the platform. We also had a women's collective in March where we had textiles on the app, we had hair care products, we had flowers, sunglasses. So we're really trying to find having a mall that has any and everything on the app.
It kind of works both ways, though. There's an interesting dynamic there because in my experience and working with a lot of small businesses, often all you need is that one break, that one opportunity to get your product, your brand out there, to have a market to sell in. Why do that? Why invest in the smaller businesses? Why support SMMEs in that way? What was the rationale?
Yeah, so that's a really interesting question. And I think it is actually one of our strategic priorities to invest in smaller businesses, not only from a retail convenience perspective, but also from a restaurant perspective. And what we really find is that customers really like local favorites. They really like their, local favorites.
We're loyal,
Exactly. Your curry shop that you actually know that's around the corner, or your local convenience store. And they really, really build a relationship with that. And even from a virtual perspective, we're actually having a conversation with you earlier on this, is when people see the brand Willy Wonka, they build it's my local grocery store sort of affinity to it. Way more than some of the bigger brands actually, right? So I think we find that customers have an affinity to that. They look for that, and I think they really like the idea of having my local corner store on my app.
Yeah, it's a sense of ownership. I love that.
Sense of ownership.
It's a little bit lazy that they're not going to go and walk the 20 meters to get to the store, but that's fine.
Convenience.
That's exactly it. That's ultimate convenience. Rue, who is Willy Wonka? Please introduce us to this brand and tell us a bit more about your shop and your business.
Cool. So Willy Wonka was born, I think, nearly 4 years ago. On a couch, we wanted to get a Magnum Classic, and it wasn't available on anywhere on Uber Eats. Yeah, on any platform whatsoever. And it was born there with the Magnum Classic. And now we sell everything that you would find in a convenience store, countrywide. At our height, we were 33 stores, if I recall correctly.
Sure.
And we're now a household name right across the country. So it's really great.
What has being a part of this little business node done for you? What have been some of the positive spin-offs?
So Uber Eats has really, really helped. I mean, my whole business is based on Uber Eats' platform and what they provide for us. And especially when COVID hit, they came to the party tremendously. They knew what was happening, what was going on. They helped us along the way. They actually helped us expand. They really took the initiative to reach out to us and really give us the go-ahead on, just expanding as much as possible, as quickly as possible. So it was really, really a tremendous help.
I mean, in a sense, you were kind of future-proofed or primed for this future that we didn't quite expect.
For sure.
Yes,
And there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that you're a forward-thinking business in an industry that required that. That being said, you've had a bit of time now to start to come to terms with this kind of new normal. What insights have you started to draw from Willy Wonka's journey, from Rue's journey, from the other businesses that you've supported in this new market space? What are your clients feeling and doing and appreciating at the moment?
Yeah, so I think the convenience element is something our clients appreciate a lot. And not only in the staples that you've mentioned, that grocery. I think that makes sense. And I think that's a use case that's been, tried and tested
proven,
across the world. It's proven and it works, right? But now we're finding customers buying their books online. Also, pet supplies, pet food, and we're also finding more and more people getting into textiles, buying hair bonnets on Uber Eats, things that you actually don't think about that you could actually run out of.
But if it is that one thing, just that one little thing, come on.
Exactly. So we've allowed customers access to things like that.
I'm a huge fan of seeing entrepreneurs pulling themselves up by the bootstraps. Even better when big business steps in to grab one of those bootstraps and just help them up.
For sure.
It's a winning formula. You guys are doing an amazing job. I cannot wait to go home and order something obscure. You guys are doing an amazing job. Thank you so much. This paints a perfect picture of what we can do when big and small business combine their resources and start sharing their market. Now, whether you're craving your favorite meal or need a household essential, Uber Eats really does have you covered now across the board. So go and discover more when you open up that Uber Eats app. You can have more than just food now delivered right to your doorstep with a smile. That is convenience.
Now that you can get anything on Uber Eats, you're probably wondering, can I eat anything I get delivered? Well, here's how to know. Look at it. And if it's food, eat it. And if it's not food, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Is anybody confused by this? Like, what kind of fool would eat soap? Oh, it's getting bubbly. So many bubbles.